Vanishing a coin by just snapping your fingers is pretty easy, and that is what I'm going to be showing you in this video. And as a bonus, I'm also going to be showing you two different ways of bringing the coin back. So let's get started. Here's what the trick looks like. I have a coin, I'm going to place it on top of my hand, and all I have to do is just snap my fingers, and you can see that the coin is completely gone from both of my hands, just like that. Now in order to bring the coin back, well, I'm going to show that to you in the end of the tutorial. I'm going to show you two methods of bringing the coin back, and here is how this trick is done. For this, you're obviously going to be wearing full sleeves, and what you're doing is this force that is being created while snapping your finger, you're using that force in order to push the coin right inside over here, inside the sleeve. You can see that it easily goes inside your sleeve. Well, now this is how easily you're going to be doing this. For this, you're obviously going to be wearing full sleeves because you're going to be sleeving the coin. You're actually pushing this coin inside one of your sleeves so that it's not visible anymore in front of the spectator. And you're doing it in such a way that it looks like that it has vanished without the spectator suspecting. Now, for many people, they might think that this is not going to work because they don't know how to make this work. And here's the most beautiful part about it, because you're going to be using physics. So let's just say you're the spectator, and if I perform this and if I have my sleeves over here, then anybody is going to be suspecting of sleeving. And if I have my sleeve over here, it will look like that my hand is in the normal position, my sleeves are in the normal position. And the most beautiful part about that is the sleeves need to be in this position in order for the coin to go inside the sleeve successfully, because when the sleeves are up to this point, there's a lot of gap over here which allows the coin to freely move into the sleeve. But if you move the sleeve up, there's considerably a shorter amount of space for the coin to fit in. So what we are doing over here is basically we are snapping our fingers. The term snapping is quite related with the magic trick. So over here, when you're vanishing the coin, you can use the snapping to vanish the coin. And what you're doing is this force that is being created while snapping your finger, you're using that force in order to push the coin right inside over here, inside the sleeve. Now, as I said at the beginning, your sleeve should not be here. If the sleeves are over here, you can see that it easily goes inside your sleeve. The coin is right now inside the sleeve, and that's the most beautiful part of it. Now, there are a few important things that you need to know about this sleeving. The first thing that I already mentioned at the first, that you don't need the sleeves over here because that is going to be causing a lot of trouble. Don't do that. Second thing that you need to know is when you're having the coin, when you're placing the coin on your other hand, make sure you're placing it on a point which is higher than the rest of the fingers. Because let's just say if you're putting the coin inside a depression and then you try to strike the coin, what happens is the coin strikes on one of your finger edges and the coin does not go into the sleeve and the trick becomes a flop. Wait a minute. So you don't want your trick to be a flop. So what you need to do, you need to be seeing which point of your hand is at the highest point even when the hand is at the flattest position. For example, if you see my hand, if I flatten it out, this point is the highest because as you can see that the coin is lifted up, right? So from over here, if I snap my finger, there's enough space to actually snap onto the coin. And not just that, the coin also slides smoothly inside my sleeve. So you cannot go ahead and snap your finger like this. You have to put your hand like this, twist your hand like this so that the hand is in this position, the fingers are facing down, and then snap your finger. Because if you do it like this, the coin is going to go on this side, and the coin, if it goes on this side, you see there's no gap over here, the coin just passes by. But if you put your hand like this, and when you're snapping, the coin goes from here, and as you can see that the gravity lets the cloth hang. So what happens is the coin basically goes inside your cloth, inside your sleeve, and that's it. Now once the coin is over there, all you have to do is basically tell them that the coin has completely vanished. Now, of course, they are going to be suspecting that you have sleeved the coin. They won't be able to mention the term sleeved, but they're going to just tell you, so you have put the coin inside the sleeve. I know that. And all you have to do is just to prove them wrong, even if you just push this coin inside your sleeve, all you have to do is basically you have to see the coin is over here. I can feel it. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the coin is over here. All I have to do is just roll up my sleeves just like this and tell them, where is the coin? I don't see any coin. And what happens is when you roll your sleeves up, you can see that the sleeves create a very tight fitting over here at this part of your hand, which then allows the coin to stay inside the sleeve and not fall outside. So nobody checks inside your sleeve. A win-win for everyone. And so they don't check. So you convince them very well. Now you can move your hands freely as much as you want. Now in order to bring the coin back, all you have to do is basically put your hand down while you're talking. So you see my hands, they're empty, right? You also saw that there was nothing above my sleeve, there was nothing inside. And when you tell that, as you see, I casually pulled the sleeves back over here. The coin is still over here. All I have to do is just cup the hand, which then allows the coin to drop from this position to inside of the hand once the hand is down. See, the coin has successfully dropped inside. Let's just do it again. Let's put the coin inside the sleeves. So the sleeves are rolled up. All I have to do is just pull the sleeves back, and then while talking, as I moved my hand down, I've already brought the coin back. Now I'm going to keep on the conversation and I'm going to show. So the hands are empty, as you can see over here. You can place the coin, okay? You can place the coin and then turn your hand on top of it. The coin is over here already. You just turn your hand on top of it. Make sure that the spectators don't see the coin. You just turn it in a very smart way. Practice this in front of a mirror. After that, you just tell them, see, I just produced the coin. Now that's the first way. Now the second way is to have a duplicate coin. If you have already decided that you're going to be performing with this coin and there's going to be no signature on the coin, you can do that. One of the coins goes inside the sleeve and you roll the sleeves up. That's it. The coin stays inside the sleeve. But the other coin stays in your pocket. And you can bring that coin out anytime you want. You can, while talking to the spectator, having any kind of conversation, you can just put your hands in the pocket, and all you have to do is just, when you bring the hand out, you have to palm the coin. That's it. And then you have to just go back over here and you can just say, see, this is what happens. Now I've flashed a couple of times while showing it to you, but trust me, once you do this in front of a mirror, none of this is going to happen because you have to practice. And even I can do this, but since this is not the perfect angle for the vanish, this is the perfect angle. But for producing the coin, all I have to do is just, after I place the palmed coin over here, I have to move my hands like this so that they can, like move my body towards them and away from them. And you have to practice this in front of a mirror in order to find out which points are the right points when you need to actually move towards them and move away from them, so that you can properly hide the coin under the other hand. Now it might look like that it's not going to happen, and that's why people get insecure, but this 100% of the time it works. I have done this myself, and that's why I'm teaching it to you. And that's it for this video. That's how you're going to be doing this trick.